Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hope everybody is okay. It's lovely to see you with us this evening. I hope you're all coping with the heat okay and enjoying the sunshine if you've got any sunshine. It's been a bit cloudy here today, but it's still been very warm. Hi, Amy. Hi, Jodie. Hi, Kelly. I'm very well, thank you, sweetie. How are you? Jodie's all excited. Oh, bless you. Woohoo! Yes, it's me, Stace, your spiritualist, medium, and psychic card reader for the evening, with you for an hour of lovely readings. Hopefully, there'll be lovely readings. I only work in Love and Light, so there should be lovely readings. Hi, Tanita. Hope you're well. Hi, Nikki. We are streaming to Facebook and YouTube, so if you put your comments in the chat and talk away, I will be able to see your names. I will go to who I'm drawn to. I am going to write names down that I've read for, purely and simply because I forget and I end up reading people twice. Must be the old dementia setting in. But when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. Yes, thank you for tagging Nikki, Jodie. That's very kind of you. Please feel free to tag and share. Get around as many people as we can. Today I am using my Kipper cards, my fortune telling cards. Not that I tell fortunes, because I don't, but these give me better guidance for yourselves. So let's have a look. We'll have Jodie, considering she was the first one on. Jodie Jenkins. Oh, there's not enough space on this bed. I'm in my bedroom today. Jodie. Oh, where's my little arrow gone? There it is. Alrighty, so let's have a look what the cards say for you to this evening, Jodie. I've got an itchy nose, so somebody's interfering in your business where it's not needed or wanted or necessary. Would you understand that, my darling? Straight away, I've got an itchy nose. It's on the left side, so it's to do with love. Somebody interfering in your love life, my darling. Slept on the sofa for years. Okay. Hi, Kristen. Hope you're well. Hi, Susan. Hi, Andrea. Just confirm that makes sense to me, Jodie, what I said. You've been single 10 years. Oh, well, somebody's trying to do some matchmaking, my darling. And I don't think that you're interested in the matchmaking game, are you, my sweet? So watch out for friends around you that's trying to get you off the singleton list. Some people quite happy being single. I don't know why people have to interfere. Okay, let's have a look. Somebody's stealing your time and energy, my love. You've got the thief card. Okay, 24, so 4 and 2 is 6. So I do know that June would be a significant month for you as well. Now then, when I say it's a thief card, I'm being drawn to the little boy in the card who's stealing the pocket watch. So somebody is stealing your time and energy, and you're wasting too much time and energy on things that really you shouldn't be wasting your time on. Does that make sense? He's nice, but I'm happy as I am with my daughter. Oh, bless you. Yeah. But there is somebody around you that's stealing your time and energy that really isn't doing you any good at the moment. The lady in the background is kind of laughing at the little boy stealing the time. So I do feel there's a little bit of game playing going on with some people around you at the moment. Would that make sense, my darling? That being said, there's the light. You've got the lamplight in the street there, so it's clearly showing what's going on. And I think the lady is laughing at the fact that this person's been caught. My daughter is autistic and she's very demanding. Okay, my darling, that would make sense because she's stealing your time and your energy, and stealing your resources. Not that I'm saying this to be negative or disrespectful in any way. It's just I feel that sometimes there's a little bit of game playing, and there's sometimes a little bit of put on. Would you understand that? She doesn't like you going anywhere, but I do feel that this is kind of a little bit of a battle of wills. So you're trying to teach her to be independent and grow up a little bit, even though she is autistic. You're making allowances for that, but the more you give, the more she's taking. And I do feel that you need to put some boundaries up. So you have to reset the rules. Now she's a bit older, reset the rules and set your boundaries, okay? Make sure she knows that you are not going to be wrapped around her finger anymore. She's not a little girl anymore, you know? Um, and I do feel that sometimes she uses her autism to get away with things, or to try and get things from you that you would ordinarily say no to. That's the key. You feel bad because she's got no friends. Take her to groups. Take her to groups with other autistic children. Okay, my darling. See, like, it's the summer holidays. I'm sure there's some sort of support groups. Get in touch with your local children's centre or youth centre. See if they can accommodate her, even if it's just to socialise one evening a week or one evening a fortnight, just to give her that sense of social. Because if she doesn't learn to socialise now, she's always going to be tied around your apron strings. And this is the time now where she needs to separate from you a little bit and try things on her own. Even though she's autistic, she's more than capable of doing some things on her own. Going to therapy now. That's great, my darling. Well, you're doing all the right things then. This card says that you're doing all the right things, but stop pandering to her, if you like. Not that, again, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I can't think of another way of putting it. But I feel like sometimes you pander to her needs or pander to her wants. I say it's not even her needs, it's her wants. You've got to separate the need from the want, which is very difficult to do. I know, because I had the same problem with my son when he was growing up. He's nearly 30 now. But during his teenage years, he was undiagnosed autistic. So it was an absolute nightmare. And sometimes I had to differentiate between what he actually needed and what he actually wanted. And it was very difficult because the temper tantrums were unreal. So I totally get where you come from. I do need boundaries. No, you shouldn't be stepping on eggshells, Jodie. Don't be stepping on eggshells. This is what I'm saying. She's stealing your time and your energy. Don't be stepping on eggshells. Be the parent. Yeah? You're the parent. Be the parent. You're stronger than what you think you are, and you can do this. It's just a case of resetting the rules from when she was younger to how she's now. Um, Treat her more like a teenager rather than like a, you know, the mental age that she is, if that makes sense. She's only just got diagnosed. So, yeah, so definitely some boundaries and rules. Hi, Patrick. How are you doing, my darling? Um, so I'll leave that with you, Jodie. You're doing all the right things. You just need to reset rules and reset some boundaries. Maybe start with little reward charts, like earning pocket money or something like that, you know, something that makes her feel grown up and more independent, to let her show that you're not going to be wrapped around her finger anymore, if you like. All right, my love, I hope that helps you, and thank you for working with me, my darling. It's all new, darling, and it's not a case of that you wasn't parented properly. There's no rule book to parenting, and every autistic child is different, same as what every child is different. There's no rules to be broken. It's we find our way as we go along as parents. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. But if you don't try, you don't know what works and what don't. This is what I'm saying. You need to reset the boundaries. I know her mental age probably isn't 17, so you can't treat her like an adult, but you can't treat her like a junior either. If that means, you've got to find that balance, that middle ground for her. All right. But again, you're doing all the right things. You're going to therapy. Try and find some social circles where she can fit in. Maybe, like I said, a youth centre or a support group or something like that, where you can go and you can meet new people and get out of this isolation. All right, my darling. I hope that helps for you. Sending love. I hope you get it sorted. Hi, Patrick. I'm very well, thank you, my darling. I hope you're well. Hi, Veronica. Let's have a look. How is your relationship, Veronica? Let me just write your name down. Okay, Veronica, let's have a look at that for you, my darling. Growing a backbone. I wouldn't even say it's growing a backbone. As parents, it's hard to transition from being a parent to a young one to being a parent to a teenager. It's really, really hard. I know I've got one that I've raised two, and I've got one living with me now. She's 16 in September. And you can't quite treat them like an adult, but you can't treat them like little children anymore. And it's about finding that balance. And it's hard. There's no rules to parenting, and it's crazy. And like I said, every child is different. Some will respond to being treated like more of a grown up, and some won't. Some want to grow up and be too independent, like mine, and some don't, like my son. He never wanted to grow up. He was a Peter Pan. He never wanted to grow up. But my daughter, she can't wait to get out there and do her own thing. So it swings and roundabout. Each child is different. You have to find different tactics for each of them. That's just talking from personal experience. Okay, Veronica, let's have a look for you, my darling. You're welcome. Hi, Mel. Have a look in your area, Jodie. See if there's any groups or activities that are made for her age. Okay. Veronica's relationship, is it in jeopardy? Veronica's relationship, is it in jeopardy? Let's have a look. Oh, say what? I'm going to shuffle them again because we've just had that card. One. Well, there's some stubbornness going on because these cards are being really stubborn about what they want to say because they're taking ages for one to flip. There we go. Let's have a look. You feel trapped, my darling. I don't think it's a case if you feel it's in jeopardy. I feel like you've got nowhere to go and nowhere to run at the moment. You're not quite sure what to do or how to deal with the situation. Now, you've got the number 29, 9 and 2 is 11. 11 is a master number. 11 is also 1, and it's for new beginnings. So you've got the little rat there. So there's somebody around you that you're going to for advice that can actually help with this situation. It's going to take talking. If you feel trapped, you need to talk to that little mouse and get them to unlock the key, because I do feel that there's a lot of stubbornness going on and there's a lot of uncompromising going on, Veronica, with yourself and your partner at the moment. I feel like you've both got caught stuck in a rut. You need to sit down and have a conversation. Remind yourselves of why you're together, why you love each other, what brought you together in the first place. I don't feel trapped, but I feel he has another. Okay. I'm not picking up anything. I'm just feeling a sense of being stuck in a rut, a sense of boredom, a sense of stagnation. So maybe it's time to spice things up a little bit. And approach him, ask him, have you got somebody else? Because until you ask him, I mean, he could out and out lie to your face and say he hasn't when he has, but that's up to your gut feeling to decide whether or not he's telling the truth. No. There you go. Great fortune. This is a brilliant card. So I don't feel there is another person in play. I just feel that things have got a little bit stuck and you need a conversation. You need to go out and put a bit more excitement back into your love life, my darling. Okay. I just feel I feel tired with him. So I don't know if he works. Or if he's got other things going on, but I do feel tiredness with him. But because this reading is for you, I feel like this tiredness is kind of being taken out on you in the respect that he's not being very communicative, he's not being very tactile, he's not being as loving as he once was. But then tiredness and stress will do that. Maybe there's something going on that he isn't telling you. Maybe he's stressing over money or stressing over the house or stressing over not having a job or being in the wrong job. And he has a lot going on and you've kind of stopped everything. Exactly my point. So maybe sit down and have a conversation. Just say, do you know, sweetheart, I know we're going through a lot at the moment, but are we okay? Are we okay? Is there anything you need me to do to support you more? Is there anything we need to do to support each other more? Sit down and have that conversation, and this will come to fruition and it'll sort itself out. All right, my sweetheart. But at this moment, I mean, I can't promise, I can't guarantee, I'm not a fortune teller. But I don't feel there's anybody else involved. It would be good for you, Veronica. So sit and have that conversation with him, and I'm pretty certain, according to these cards, it'll all work out fine. It just takes communication. All right, my sweetheart. I hope that helps. You're very welcome. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. Hi, Susan. Hi, Mel. You're very welcome, Veronica. Hi, Nikki. You was tagged, so let's come to you next. Thank you for joining me this evening, everybody. Your support is much appreciated, as is your support for FindMeAMedium. Don't forget, there is a subscribers option if you want to subscribe to FindMeAMedium. You can do that. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Almi. Omega-3 is very good if you're down or not able to think clear. Omega-3 is an oil. It's good. It's fish oil. It's good for the brain. So it can pick up your moods. But then a lot of things can affect your moods, such as being low on iron. Oh, bless your heart. Right. Let's see what card we have for Nikki, please. Oh, are you winning the lottery, mate? You've got the sudden wealth card and the number 11 card. And this is all about new opportunities, new beginnings. And I do feel that somewhere along the lines, there's going to be some financial rewards for you. So if you've been stressing about money or been stressing about exams or tests or anything like that, this is a card that says it's all going to come to fruition, my darling. Okay, you're going to reap the abundance of your hard work. Oh, thank you, Susan. That's nice of you to say. I only read what the cards tell me, or sometimes what spirit tell me, spirit pop in. You don't need to stress over money. This is the money card. Look at all them coins, sudden wealth. Don't be stressing over money. There's something coming in. I can't say what, it's not telling me what, but there's something coming in. It might not be a lot of extra money, but there's something coming in that's going to help you with that. Okay, my sweetheart. So it's all looking good for that. Nikki, would you understand somebody in spirit that suffered with, oh, take it off me, please, that suffered with their throat and a bad chest? It might not have been what they passed over from, but they did have a chest condition, and I want to say it's like a emphysema condition, because I'm really, really struggling to breathe. Oh, oh, sorry, I do apologise. Take it off me, please. Let me know if that makes sense, Nikki, please, if you understand somebody in spirit. You don't understand somebody in spirit, okay. Do you know anybody at all that suffered with a bad cough or a bad chest? You're not in spirit, it might be down here. I'm not trying to make it fit, but I've been given this cough for a reason. Somebody's either got emphysema or they're very severely asthmatic. I just wait for you to come. You don't. Susan, this isn't for you, this is for Nikki. I didn't realise I hadn't changed the name, maybe. Okay, my darling, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It might be for somebody else. If anybody can understand somebody in spirit that had either an emphysema condition or was severely asthmatic, let me know in the comments and I'll come to you after I've done Nikki a card. I'm very tired with you, Nikki, so I do feel that there's been a lack of sleep with yourself, and I feel drained of energy, and I want to give you some citrine. Citrine for me is all about energy, and it's also significant for stomach problems. Let me know if you can understand that. My mum said died of emphysema and tuberculosis. Okay, my fiance has tuberculosis and cough before he passed. I think I'm with Carrie. Carrie, just hold that thought, my darling, and I'll come to you after I've been to Nikki. Yeah, I do feel very tired with yourself, Nikki. I do feel like you need some citrine for energy, and I feel like you need some vitamin C as well. I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but I do feel you need the vitamin C for the energy boost, and for the vitamin boost as well. Uh, I also feel like this person I'm getting is very matter of fact. Again, it might be for Carrie. Sometimes I do that. Okay, if you're for Carrie, can you step back, please? Because I'm getting confused between two readings here. Okay, just give me a minute and we'll come to Carrie. Okay, right. I think we sorted them out now. Adrian will sort them out. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian's my guide, by the way. Definitely need something for a boost. Okay, my sweetheart. Yeah, I feel like things have been very matter of fact around you lately, as in um there's priorities that's needed sorting, and kind of um you've needed to be very sort of matter of fact and practical about things, and had to take the emotion out of things. Would you understand that? Oh, bless you, Marianne. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, yeah, that'll explain the tiredness. But I feel like you've had to take the emotion, you've had to be practical, and you've had to be almost sort of dealing with other agencies and dealing with other people to collaborate what your son needs, and what you need for your son. Um, you've had to kind of stamp on the emotions of it all because it's been quite overwhelming to deal with, and it's been quite a fight, I want to say, to get what you need and to get what your son needs. It's been quite a battle, and it's emotionally burnt you out, I want to say, because I feel absolutely drained with yourself. I feel like no matter what I do, I find a way in through a door and the door gets slammed shut. Carrie, I'll come to you in a minute, my sweetheart. Just hold them thoughts. Don't tell me anything else. I'll come to you in a minute. Your son was struggling with college. Yeah. And it's been a fight to get him the support, I feel. Yeah. Doors always closing your face. That's the sense that I get with you, Nikki, at the moment. Um, what I want to say to you, my darling, don't give up. And sometimes hiding the emotion from it all isn't always the best way to deal with it. Sometimes it's a good thing to have the emotion there because people can see, they can see that you need it and that you want it and that you're fighting for it and that, you know, things have got to change, because people get upset when there's nowhere else to go, when there's nothing else to do or say. um the heart speaks what the mouth cannot, is a favorite quote of mine. You're going to make yourself ill, my darling. This is a bad health card. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to have any sort of bad health or anything like that, but what this card is saying is you need to look after yourself and you need to be careful that you're not stamping on them emotions too much, because otherwise mentally you are going to burn out. And you lost your mum 2 years ago as well, and the grieving hasn't helped. You haven't finished grieving for her yet because you've been that busy trying to keep up with your son and trying to care for your son and making sure his needs are met, that you've forgotten about your own needs. And it is, my darling, it's going to make you ill, it's going to make you tired, and it's going to make you burn out. So you really need to start looking after yourself. Get that support in place. Fight for that support, okay, my darling? Don't feel that you're on your own. I know it feels like you're on your own, but that's because you're banging on so many doors and the doors aren't opening. Keep banging on them doors until you get the help that you need, because until then, my darling, it's not going to happen. All right, my sweetheart. And I really do feel for you because I know how hard it is being a full-time carer. So I really do feel for you, but keep banging on them doors. Don't let anybody fob you off, but put that emotion into it. Obviously not too much emotion. There's a lot of anger I feel with you. That emotion can be kept to one side, but what the upset and the need and the want and just the emotions that come with caring for a loved one is what you need to be showing. All right, my darling. Don't turn into a robot, is what I'm saying. I hope that helps. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Cheyenne. Hope you're both well. Right, Carrie, can I come back to you, my darling, please? No, it's okay. You've got no need to apologise. Don't apologise. Trying to stay calm and focused. So, yeah. So, Carrie, what I got with yourself, where's your name gone? I've lost you. There you go. There she is. Hi, hello, my darling. I like that little planting seed that you've put there. Yes. So what I got with you, Carrie, as well, like with the last lady, I got a sense of somebody in spirit with emphysema. Um, and I knew it was emphysema because it made me cough and it was being stuck in my throat. But what I also want to say to you is there's also things around you that needs to be said that aren't being said. I feel like my throat chakra is blocked, and that tells me that your voice is being shut out. Nobody's listening to anything that you're trying to tell them, and it's getting to a point where if people don't start listening, things are going to start happening, and not in a good way. Does that make sense? Let me know if it does. Um, I do feel there's a lot of egos. I do feel there's a lot of pushing and shoving going on. Um, yes, that makes sense. Good. I'm glad it makes sense. I haven't got a sense of who's with me. I do feel that this person who died of emphysema is a male. I do feel it's a gentleman. And I feel like it's either father or grandfather because it's coming in on a father vibration. So if it's not a father, it's a grandfather that you would have been close to. Um, again, let me know if that makes sense. Um, your mum's dad. Okay, my sweetheart. So this would be granddad then, yeah. Okay, my darling. Let's see what granddad has got to say. He's saying that you are a very astute person. And like the last lady, you're very matter of fact. You don't like conflict, but you will argue your point if you know you have a point to prove and you know that you're right. Oh, bless him. Well, he knows you. You might not have met him, my darling, but he knows you. Um, he's coming down to say get stubborn. Get stubborn with them all because they all need to kick up the jacksie. All right. I don't know if he was like this in real life, but he wouldn't suffer fools gladly, and he wouldn't let take any crap from anybody. And he wants you to start doing the same. He's saying people take advantage of your good nature, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like to see you being taken advantage of. Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of? Hi, Linda. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Emily. I'll let you just respond to that. Yeah. So it's saying you need to step up. You need to step up and make your voice heard. Okay, my sweetheart. You need to argue your point and argue your point, but stick to the facts. And he's making me stand up. So would you understand? He's almost being military. So would you understand links to the military, please, as well, with this gentleman? Or down the family, there's links to the military because he's making me stand up straight and he's making me hold my head up high. And this is what he wants you to do. He wants you to stand up straight, hold your head high, and let your voice be heard because you're being too soft. There are military links in the family. Yes, I thought there was because he's making me stand like a military man. He's literally making me sit with my back up because he doesn't like me slouching. Um, He had a good moral compass, this gentleman. He was very loving and very caring to those around him. He was very protective of his family. And you are also very protective of your family. But he's saying it's no good being protective of your family if you can't allow your voice to be heard. So whatever's going on within the family, they all need to kick up the backside. All right? And that's twice he said that now. They all need to kick up the backside, and you're the person to do it. So don't be afraid of opening your mouth. Okay, my darling? Let's have a look. There you go. Family room. Exactly what I've just been saying, as if I needed it. 2 and 1 is 3, so I know March would be significant. And 21 is also significant. So the 21st of a month. I want to say the age 21. Has somebody got a 21st birthday coming up? Maybe in March? Or a 21st birthday coming up this year? But I do feel there's a 21st birthday. But this is the family room. So this is all about communicating with family, having that family meeting and letting your voice be heard. All right, my darling? I hope that helps you, my sweetheart. Make sure you get them told, my darling. Oh, got okay, let's have a look. Hi, Linda. You're very welcome, my darling. I hope that helps. Get them told, my sweetheart. Get them told. Okay, let's see who's next. Okay. Just writing down who I've read for so I know who I've done because I get lost otherwise. Okay. Oh, thank you, Susan. Hi, Andrea. KR, let's come to you. Kristen, is it? My brother's initials, KR. You're very welcome, my darling. Yes, it's Kristen. Okay, my sweetheart. Let's see what the cards hold for you. Is there anything specific you would like to know, or just a general, or any guidance? You felt somebody play with your hair at night, Kristen, because as I'm talking and shuffling the cards for you, I'm feeling a little flutter in my hair, just around here. So I do know that you felt somebody play with your hair at night. So you have somebody from spirit watching you, and I feel this is a lady. Am I still on SPTV? SPTV will be up and running on Monday, the 12th of October, starting with Nick and Karen's show. So if you tune in on Monday, the 12th of August at 10:30, Linda, you'll find out all the details then of what's happening with SPTV. Okay, my sweetheart? Well, I think you've got a loved one here, darling, because you felt this person. So I feel this is a lady, and I feel she's been stroking your hair at night, and you've actually felt this. And I feel this lady is coming in on a motherly vibration. So I don't know if this is mum or if this is grandma, but she's definitely coming in with a motherly vibration. So she would have been a very nurturing lady, a very kind lady. But she would have liked to have, it seems to be the theme of the night. She's another one that wouldn't hold no bars about saying what she thought. And she would call a spade, not a shovel. Can you understand somebody like this in spirit, please, Kristen? So this would be grandmother then. And I want to say grandmother, not nana. So this would be grandmother. Grandmother would be very much aware in life of what was going on around her. She never missed a trick. She would always know what was going on and who it was going on with, when it started, when it finished, and all the drama that came with it. Would you understand this, please, with grandmother? That's nice of you to say, Wayne. Not often I get I love yous. I'm assuming that's aimed at me. It might not be aimed at me. I apologise if it's not aimed at me. Okay. Kristen, you're another one that's having their time and energy stolen by somebody. You're spending your energy on something you shouldn't be wasting your energy on at the moment. And I do feel that this isn't so much to do with time, but this is to do with a situation. She was very wise but kept her opinions to herself a lot, unless she had something she needed to say and then she would spill it. And it wouldn't be very pretty. Bless your heart, yeah. Again, I feel like this is to do with the situation that's around you at the moment. This lady would have also had a husky voice. I don't know if you can hear it, but I've just heard it myself, and she's just changed my voice, and she's gone really husky with me. So I do feel she would have had a husky voice, either that or she had a problem with the throat, but I don't feel it is a problem with the throat. And she would have done a lot of swallowing towards the late days of her life. She would have had trouble swallowing, and she would have felt very dehydrated. That actually sounds more like Nana. Okay, my darling. Well, if you can take it as Nana, you take it as Nana. Whatever sounds true to you, my sweetheart. I could be wrong, but I needed to say grandmother. But if you feel it's Nana, then take it as Nana, my sweetheart. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's one of your grandparents. Um, but yeah, this situation that you're wasting your time, you need to break away from it. You need to keep an eye on what is actually going on around you and see the wood through the trees, so to speak. I want to say you're not seeing all sides of the situation. Um, she was very direct in her voice. I would describe as husky. Yeah, she's she's giving me a husky voice, so I do know she had a husky voice. Um, But yeah, this situation, you need to break away from it, my darling, and you need to see it from all angles because you're only seeing it from one side. See it as that woman is looking at the watch, which I didn't see before. She's seen it from one side, so she's perhaps thinking, well, maybe he's just playing with the watch because the gentleman isn't looking what he's doing. Nor has he felt it being pulled. So the lady probably thinks, oh, it's his child and he's probably playing. When in actual fact, the boy isn't playing, he's trying to steal the watch, and the man isn't noticing, but she does nothing to stop it. So what I want to say to you is look at all things from all sides. Make sure you see the full picture. All right, my darling, because Nan or Gran, whoever it is saying that you're not seeing the full picture, and they're actually taking me around in circles. So I do feel this is a situation that's been going on for a while. Nana's telling me that this has been going on for some time and it's time it ended. Somebody's got to break the cycle. Going through a lot in your relationship. That'll be why it's going around in ever decreasing circle then. But she's saying you're wasting your time on going round in circles. You need to break the cycle. Okay, my darling. You need to sit down and work out exactly what's going on and why it's going on. Again, it's about having that communication, finding out what the real problems are and where the problems started. And it's definitely the man. May would be significant because I've got the 5 there, and 5 is May. But you've got the mature man there, so that tells me the problem is with him and not with yourself, with your partner, and not with yourself. And he's sat there all proud and stubborn. So I do feel that your partner is a very proud and stubborn man, and he doesn't acknowledge his emotions very well. Your your daughter's birthday's in May. Bless her. Okay, is the relationship over? Okay, let's have a look. I think again, like with everything else, it feels like it's just a communication issue. I'm tired of the same rigmarole day in, day out with yourself. Especially if you're with someone that doesn't acknowledge his feelings very well, which I know he doesn't. I feel he's not very emotionally intelligent. He's been raised as a man's man, if you like. So it's a weakness to show any emotion. He's not the type to say I love you every day. He's not the type to give you hugs and cuddles every day. But he will show you he loves you in his own way, in different ways. It's not over. You just need to talk. You need to talk. You need to get some support. Okay, my sweetheart. So if you need some sort of relationship counselling, or maybe just talking amongst yourselves and just get down to the nitty-gritty, have a night where you get some food in and a couple of bottles of wine, and just sit and say, okay, we need to talk about our relationship because it's getting very stagnant. It's I feel like we're drifting apart, and I don't want that for us. How do you feel the way we're doing at the moment? That kind of talk. Again, it's all about communication. Once you've had that communication, you will find that you will become closer. It's about trusting each other with feelings. Now, there might be some communication that you're not going to like because that's what a relationship's about. It's not always about one person making the mistakes. So he might point out some of your mistakes that you might not agree with, and vice versa. But it's all about listening to each other and talking to each other and reaching that compromise and saying, okay, I wasn't aware that me doing this was making you feel like that. So from now on, blah 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 blah, that kind of thing. All right, we've been trying, but it's been hard. Thank you so very much. Everything you said was very accurate. You're very welcome, my darling. You're very welcome. But I hope that helps, and I hope that you get it sorted. Again, try and take some time out for yourselves, or even go out for a meal or something and have that talk while you're out. Do it on neutral territory. But if he's not the kind of person to let out his emotions very easily, it might be better done at home with a takeaway. Takeaway always works. Get him his favourite food in. Men, no disrespect to the gentlemen on here, but they're not very good at showing their emotions, are they? Some of them really, really sensitive, but yet they hide it. Amanda, do spirits just come to you, or do you call upon them? In my case, Amanda, I have a spirit guide, and I open the veil. I what's there? Start again. I do what's called an opening when I'm ready to work with spirit, and I call upon the spirits of the loved ones that are online tonight to come forward to give me any messages of love, light, and upliftment. And I make that perfectly clear because I don't want any negativity coming through. It's all about them coming to me to give me the messages that they want you to hear. So I do call upon them to come forward, but as to who comes forward, that's up to them. So, like, you can say to me, "Oh, I want to hear from my great grandfather Joe," but I can't guarantee great grandfather Joe will come through. You might end up getting Grandma Dorothy instead of great grandfather Joe. But more often than not, when a spirit comes through, they will bring the spirit that you want to come through with them. It depends what they've learned on the other side, if they're comfortable, because spirits are like people. They will only come to the right medium. They will only come to you if they feel comfortable with you. They don't talk to people who they don't like. Definitely not. So if you've been to several mediums and not asked a message, it's probably because either one, it's not the right time for them to come through, or it's just not the right medium. That's why you're single. Oh, Andrew, you're funny. Oh, bless you. I'm sorry to hear that, Amanda. Lots of love. But no, some people can call upon them. I'm not that. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good. um, I try. There have been times when I have had the right people come through, but more often than not, it's whoever wants to come through will come forward with me. So I call upon them to come forward, but who comes through is down to them. Especially if you've got a lot of family up in spirit. But I don't make no promises on who comes through. So let's see who we're reading for next. Oh, blimey, look at the time already. Okay, let's see who we're going to next. Random. Oh, bless you. Is that Negin? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. From Sweden. I'm sorry to hear that. We lost somebody 3 weeks ago as well. My partner lost his only brother. Bless him. So I feel for you, sending lots of love to you, Nagin. Denise, you want some guidance? Let's come to you, my lovely. For Denise, please. Your son's dad had dementia. Ah, bless him. Think so too, Amanda. He's doing all right though, bless him, my partner. He's dealt with it pretty well. It's been a big loss for him, but he's dealt with it pretty well. He's going to bury his ashes next week. Not that you all needed to know that. Okay. Denise. Guidance for Denise, please. Denise, you're not speaking up about something either, because my throat chakra is really, really blocked and I've got a really bad sore throat. So there's something you've been wanting to say to somebody for a while that hasn't been said. So you're another one that needs to make the voice heard, my darling. Voice of concern as well. So is there somebody around you that you're concerned about at the moment? You've got 33, 3 and 3, 6, 6 is June. So I do know that June would be significant for you as well. And I've got somebody in spirit who had a sore throat. It's not just because your throat chakra's blocked that I'm feeling it. I'm actually feeling a sore throat, and it's a problem with my tonsils. So either yourself or somebody in spirit that you know would have had problems with their tonsils, either as a child or as an adult. Let me know if that makes sense for you, my darling. My glands are up forever. Oh, it could be glandular fever actually, because my glands feel swollen. I'm feeling like the back of my tonsils are really sore, but my glands are up as well. Both. Okay, my darling. Thank you for that confirmation. Thank you for that confirmation. June passing month. Okay, again, thank you for that confirmation, my sweetheart. Okay, but you've got the voice of concern, so there's somebody around you that you're concerned about at the moment, but you're not actually voicing these concerns. And I feel like that gentleman there is sitting down and I feel like you're not quite sure on how to put your voice of concern, because you don't want to come over as interfering or overbearing or overprotective. You want to come across as advisory and guiding, and that it's come from a place of love. So what I want to say to you is just choose your words carefully. Make sure you stick to the facts. Why are you concerned? What are the facts of the case? Go in it like a lawyer would, or like a police officer would. Um, don't go with any accusatory feel to it, because I feel like this person who you're concerned about is very quick to jump on the defensive and very quick to attack if he thinks they're being criticized or in any way being bossed about. They don't like being told what to do. Message. Send it in a message. Write it down in a letter. They're more likely to read it and let it sink in. But again, it's about choosing your words carefully. Okay, my darling? Yeah. Write it down in a message, because they're more likely to take notice of it. But again, make sure you pick your words carefully. Make sure you put it in a tone that isn't accusatory or isn't overbearing or isn't interfering. Just say, look, I am concerned because, all right? Stick to the facts, because I can't argue with facts, my darling. And it's either you or somebody around you who's got really bad hay fever, because my nose is blocked up, my eyes are streaming, and I feel like I need some antihistamines or something to stop with this hay fever. Let me know if that makes sense to yourself. That's you with the hay fever, yeah. But I also feel there's been a lot of tears with you, Denise, because my eyes are really, really wet, and not just from the hay fever. I also feel there's been a lot of tears, and I feel like these tears are to do with grieving. You're still grieving for a loved one, aren't you, my darling? There's somebody that you miss very, very much, and you've never really, I won't say got over it, because getting over a death is not something that you do. You never get over a death. You just learn to live with the gap that they leave. Um, but I do feel that you're still missing somebody and they want the tears to stop, sweetheart, okay? And I'm feeling quite emotional as I'm saying, oh, I was just going to say it's a female. Don't tell me anything. Don't feed the medium. I'm on a diet. I want to stay a medium, not a large. Bless your heart. I'm getting quite emotional, so I do feel like there's been a lot of emotions around this as well. I do feel she's not been past very long. And when I say not very long for me is anything up to 5 years. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you, Denise. I was only joking, lovey. I was only joking. Um, but yeah, and I do feel you've heard her. You've heard her around you because my right ear is ringing. My right ear is ringing, so I know you've heard her around. You've heard her footsteps. She comes to visit you as well. She does come to visit. And you felt her hold your hand at night. You felt something or somebody on the bed. And this is your daughter watching over you while you're sleeping. She's given me the noise of a music box. I don't know the tune it's playing. And I don't know if she had one, but she's given me the news. The news. She's given me the noise of a music box playing. You know, like the jewelry box where it had the little ballerina in, and you wound it up with a key at the bottom or at the back, and it used to dance around and play music. She had one. Oh, bless her heart. She's just bringing that as memory through to prove that it's her that's come through, my darling. Just to confirm that it's her that we're talking to. Okay, my sweetheart. I feel cold hands with her as well. I do feel this one had a ballerina in. I feel like the ballerina is important. This one had a little ballerina in it. Because one had a ballerina in it and one had something else in it. This one had a ballerina in it. I feel like she had cold hands as well. Because as I'm rubbing, my fingers feel cold. And you know what they say, cold hands, warm heart. And she did have a warm heart. She was very loving, I feel. Very loving. She would take to anybody. She was very trusting, I feel. Pointing me to my nails, so I don't know if you've had problems with your nails or if you've just had your nails done, but she's making me polish my nails. There's something about the nails. She's saying you need some pampering. She's saying it's time you had some pampering. You need to go for a makeover and have your nails done and have your hair done and just be spoiled. She's saying you don't get spoiled enough. And she wants you to saying you're a very pretty lady, but she wants you to look prettier and she wants you to be having your nails done. So if you've not already had that done, my darling, make an appointment and go and have your hair and nails done for your daughter. You need to get them done. Yeah, she's drawing me to my nails. She's saying go get them done. Okay, my darling. She's saying you need a bit of a pamper day. Book a pamper day in with a nail and hair technician and take a bottle of wine and just chill and relax and get spoiled. All right. And she's also saying something about a holiday. She's saying you need a holiday as well. I mean, we all need a holiday, but she's saying you more than most need a holiday because you work too hard. You don't give enough time. You give your time to everybody else, but you don't give enough time for yourself. And she's really concerned that you need to have time to yourself. But she is with you, my sweetheart, okay? She's just given me a daffodil, and daffodils for me represent Mother's Day. So I do know March will be significant again, as well. But I also know that daffodils is a link to Wales, so I don't know if you have linked to Wales or if you used to holiday in Wales when she was on the Earth plane, but there's links to Wales. But daffodils also for me, it's the yellow, it's given for warmth and upliftment and wisdom and knowledge. And she's saying you're a wise old soul. She's saying you've got lots of wisdom and knowledge to pass on. It's my sweet. Much is significant and Wales is significant. Thank you for that confirmation, my sweetheart. Let you know that she's around you, my darling, okay? You don't have to worry, she's absolutely fine, okay? She's absolutely fine. She's happy, she's free as a bird up there, she's doing what she loves best. She's dancing around on the clouds, and she's just giving you lots and lots of love, lots of kisses. She's also giving you butterflies. As I've said that, she's let a load of butterflies go to come down. So whenever you see a butterfly, think of her, okay? Because that's her way of letting you know that she's around. All right, my sweetheart, I will leave the butterflies and the daffodils with you. I will leave all her love with you. And I'll say thank you for working with me and God bless. Oh, she was lovely. She was lovely. Right, unfortunately, people, that's my hour done. It's gone so quick. Thank you ever so much for joining me, my sweethearts. It's been an absolute pleasure as always to give you some readings. You're very welcome, Denise. You're very welcome. I'm glad I could bring her through for you. But yeah, she definitely gave you the butterflies. Beautiful butterflies they were as well. All different colours. Lovely girl. Lovely girl. Anyway, that is me done. I'm going to say good night and God bless. Thank you all for working with me. Thank you all for your support. Thank you to Veronica and FindMeAMedium for allowing the platform. Because without it, we couldn't do what we do. And without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. So thank you again for all your support. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. God bless. See you soon.